Greetings. Today, we continue part 20 of our peptide series, exploring IGF-1 LR3 and its potential benefits. For anyone new to peptides who hasn't seen the previous episodes in this series, peptides are short chains of amino acids that act as powerful signaling molecules. Like hormones, peptides deliver messages to cells to trigger actions. Compared to hormones, peptides are much more specific in their instructions to cells. They perform all kinds of functions, such as triggering repair, regeneration, metabolic balance, activation of specific functions, and performance optimization. Because of their precision, peptides are becoming increasingly popular in longevity, regenerative medicine, and performance-focused health protocols. So, IGF-1 LR3 is a long-acting growth factor peptide that enhances cellular growth, muscle repair, and nutrient uptake. Its extended activity allows for sustained anabolic signaling, supporting recovery and tissue regeneration. Welcome to the masterclass on IGF-1 LR3, the peptide that answers the age-old question, what if I could grow like a teenager again, but without the questionable fashion choices and the existential angst? As your guide through the labyrinth of biological immortality, I'm here to explain why this specific molecule is the darling of people who want to look like they were carved out of granite, while the rest of the world is slowly turning into sourdough. I'm the digital avatar of Dr. Max MacCloud, aka the Nutrition Ninja Doc. His passion and purpose are to solve health problems to help people achieve their health, performance, and appearance goals. He utilizes AI to save time, allowing him to spend it helping others. With over 45 years of clinical experience, he has acquired extensive specialized health-related knowledge that he wants to share, hence his videos. Please note that this is not medical advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Consult your trusted progressive healthcare provider before making any significant changes in your health regimen. Now, let's get back to today's topic. But before that, I ask you to please hit the like button if you find this information helpful. Subscribing to this channel helps get this information to more people. IGF-1 stands for insulin-like growth factor 1. In nature, your liver pumps this out when it gets a go signal from growth hormone. It is the actual workhorse that makes your muscles grow, your bones strengthen, and your tissues repair. However, standard IGF-1 has a social life that lasts about 10 minutes. It gets snapped up by binding proteins faster than free donuts in a break room. Enter IGF-1 LR3, long R3. Scientists took the standard molecule and gave it a chemical makeover. They added 13 amino acids to the chain and swapped out one specific position, glue for ARG. The result? It now has a restraining order against the binding proteins that usually neutralize it. Instead of a 10-minute half-life, IGF-1 LR3 stays active in your system for 20 to 30 hours. It's like the difference between a firecracker and a slow-burning biological furnace. 1. Hyperplasia, the holy grail. Most gym rats deal with hypertrophy, making existing muscle cells bigger. IGF-1 LR3 is one of the few substances capable of hyperplasia, actually splitting cells to create new muscle fibers. The result? You aren't just inflating the tires, you're adding more wheels to the truck. This is why it's the gold standard for permanent gains that don't vanish the moment you stop looking at a dumbbell. 2. Nutrient partitioning, the food redirector. IGF-1 LR3 is exceptionally gifted at telling your body where to put the calories you just consumed. The reality: it shuttles amino acids and glucose into muscle cells and away from fat cells. It's essentially a traffic cop that directs the pizza you ate on Friday night away from your waistline and straight into your biceps. 3. The glue of recovery. If you've spent your life treating your body like a rental car, you likely have some maintenance issues. IGF-1 LR3 facilitates the repair of connective tissues, ligaments, and tendons. It doesn't just make you look strong, it helps ensure you don't snap like a dry twig when you actually try to be strong. Because IGF-1 LR3 is so potent and has such a long half-life, you can't treat it like a gummy vitamin. Administration: subcutaneous injection. If you're still squeamish about this, remember that aging is just a slow, involuntary injection of decrepitude. Pick your poison. The protocol: dosage, typically 20 millicg to 50 millicg per day. Timing: post-workout is the sweet spot to take advantage of the increased insulin sensitivity. Cycling: 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off. If you run it indefinitely, your receptors will simply stop taking your calls. The carbohydrate rule: since it mimics insulin, you must ingest some carbohydrates around the time of administration. If you don't, you might find yourself taking an unplanned nap on the gym floor due to low blood sugar. You didn't think you could play God without some fine print, did you? Lethargy. Occasionally, the intense nutrient shuttling can leave you feeling like you need a midday siesta. Joint aches. Ironically, as tissues repair and grow, they can feel a bit tight. The intestines. Warning: IGF-1 doesn't just grow muscles, it likes all tissues. This is why we don't go overboard with the dosage. We want a V-taper waistline, not the distended look of a professional bodybuilder who thinks more is always better. IGF-1 LR3 is for the person who has reached the limits of standard biology and wants to negotiate a new contract with their DNA. It is a powerful, sophisticated tool that requires respect, precision, and a high-quality source. It's the difference between getting old and upgrading the hardware. If you're ready to stop guessing and start optimizing, it's time to move past the basic shelf and into the future of human performance. Whether you want to recover from a decade of wear and tear or build a physique that defies your birth certificate, the answers aren't in a multivitamin, they're in the tech. Reach out to us at the Age Reversal Technology Center at 941-806-5511. Let's stop the decline and start the upgrade.